You know what's fascinating? That person who barely studies but aces every exam. The colleague who solves problems in seconds while everyone else is still reading the question, they're not lucky, they're wired differently. And here's the shocking part. High IQ isn't just about being smart. It's about how your brain processes the world in ways most people never notice. Stay with me, because I'm about to reveal 8 psychological patterns that separate high IQ individuals from everyone else. And you might recognize yourself in more than a few of these. Let's be honest, some of these will surprise you. 1. They're comfortable with chaos and uncertainty. Here's something most people don't know. High IQ individuals actually thrive in messy environments. A Princeton study found that people with IQs above 125 show 40% less stress response when facing ambiguous situations compared to average intelligence groups. Why? Their brains are wired to see patterns where others see chaos. While most people panic when plans change, high IQ folks get curious. They ask, what if? Instead of, why me? This isn't about being fearless, it's about cognitive flexibility. Their prefrontal cortex literally lights up differently when processing uncertainty. Think about it. When was the last time you saw someone genuinely excited about a problem everyone else was avoiding? But here's where it gets really interesting. 2, they question everything, including themselves. You know what's crazy? High IQ people are their own harshest critics. Research from Yale's psychology department shows that individuals with superior intelligence spend 3 times more time doubting their conclusions than confirming them. This is called metacognition, thinking about thinking. They constantly ask, am I wrong about this? What evidence contradicts my view? How could I be fooling myself? Meanwhile, the rest of us see one YouTube video and become instant experts on literally everything. Oh, I watched a 10-minute video, I basically have a PhD now. This self-doubt isn't insecurity, it's intellectual honesty. The smartest person in the room is usually the one questioning if they're actually the smartest person in the room. They simplify complex ideas, not complicate simple ones. Here's a truth bomb. If someone constantly uses jargon to sound smart, they're probably not. Real high IQ individuals do the opposite. Einstein said it best. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. A Stanford study tracked 200 professionals and found that those with the highest cognitive scores used 30% fewer complex words when explaining their expertise. Why? Because true understanding means seeing the core pattern beneath the complexity. They strip away the noise. They use analogies, stories, and everyday language, because their goal isn't to impress, it's to transfer understanding. Think of it like this. Anyone can make something complicated. Making it simple, that takes genius. 4, they have selective social energy. Let me tell you something that might hit home. High IQ people often feel exhausted after social gatherings, even fun ones. But it's not social anxiety, it's cognitive overload. Their brains process more information from every interaction. Microexpressions, tone variations, conversational subtext, group dynamics, unspoken tensions. A Cambridge neuroscience study using fMRI scans showed that high IQ individuals have heightened activity in the temporal lobe during social interactions, the area responsible for complex pattern recognition. They're literally reading 5 conversations at once while you're having one. Result? They're selective. They prefer deep conversations with a few people over small talk with many. Quality over quantity isn't a preference, it's a survival strategy. Quick thing before we continue, if you're recognizing yourself in these patterns or someone you know, do me a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps this content reach more curious minds like yours. And subscribe if you want more psychology insights that actually make sense. Now, let's talk about the work habit that blows everyone's mind. 5, they embrace strategic laziness. Wait, what? Yes, high IQ people are often lazy, but in the smartest way possible. They don't confuse effort with results. Bill Gates famously said, "I choose a lazy person to do a hard job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it." That's not actual laziness, it's efficiency optimization. They ask, does this task need to be done? Can it be automated? Is there a simpler path? While others glorify being busy, high IQ individuals glorify being effective. They'll spend 3 hours creating a system that saves 10 minutes daily because they're thinking in long-term ROI. Working smart beats working hard every single time. 6. They feel deeply, but hide it well. Here's something that surprises people. High intelligence often comes with high emotional intensity. Studies on gifted individuals show they experience emotions more vividly, not less. But here's the twist: they've learned to regulate them. They process feelings analytically. Why am I feeling this? What triggered it? Is this response proportional? It's not that they're cold. They've just built sophisticated emotional management systems. The result? They appear calm in crisis, but inside, there's a whole universe of feeling they're navigating in real time. 7. They're chronically curious about useless things. High IQ people have the weirdest Wikipedia rabbit holes. One minute they're researching work stuff, next minute they're deep into the history of pencils or the physics of how cats land on their feet. This isn't distraction, it's cognitive exploration. Their brains crave novel connections. That useless knowledge, it becomes the raw material for creative breakthroughs later. Steve Jobs credited a calligraphy class, seemingly useless for tech, as inspiration for Apple's typography. Curiosity without immediate purpose is actually the highest form of intelligence. 8. They're okay with being misunderstood. The final sign, they've made peace with not fitting in. High IQ individuals often feel like they're speaking a different language, even when using the same words. They've learned that not everyone will get their jokes, follow their logic, or understand their priorities. And that's okay. They'd rather be authentic and isolated than fake and popular. So there you have it, 8 psychological patterns of high IQ individuals. Here's my question for you. Which of these resonates most with your experience? The strategic laziness or the selective social energy? Drop a comment below. I'm genuinely curious which pattern people identify with most. And if you want to dive deeper into how your brain works, hit subscribe and that bell notification. Speaking of how your brain works, in my next video, I'm revealing why you're tired all day, and it has nothing to do with sleep or coffee. The real culprit will shock you. You won't believe what I discovered about energy management. Thanks for watching, and remember, intelligence isn't about knowing everything, it's about how you think about anything.